Hello teacher, my group is confirmed by Sabrina Higginson and my person Nico Higginson, and we're going to explain to you how we developed our lesson plan. We designed a lesson plan for students between 18 and 32 years old, who some of them are neurodivergent. And here we have two cases. Two students with ADHD and one student with dysgraphia problems. Actually, our lesson plan is structured in order to facilitate students a good understanding of the content with the use of different strategies and activities that will make the learning process much easier and enjoyable for them. In fact, our lesson plan is divided into 4 parts. We have our map, an introduction, a development, and a closing. The unit of our class is journalism and communication. The content that we are going to be developing is media writing and storytelling. And the objective that we seek in the class is that students can do writing of different styles and can create stories through storytelling. Right now, I'm going to let you know what is our warm-up about. For our warm-up, we decided to apply the gossip game. Here the teacher is going to divide the students into 2 teams, and then she's going to start whispering a message to one member of each group. Then each student is going to do the same until the message reaches the last student. At the end, the team that expressed the correct or similar message is going to be the winner. Actually, this type of dynamic is very helpful for all the students because in this way, they can have fun and spend a good time before starting the class. Actually, the most important here is that they're going to be able to use the foreign language and communicate ideas or messages using the foreign language, which is the main objective here. Besides, this dynamic is very useful for students with conditions, as we already mentioned before, because in this way they are not going to think about what they are going to say or about what they can say, okay? And they are not going to even write sentences or phrases. Instead, they are just going to repeat what the classmates are saying, okay? Which is a good thing. After that, we're going to introduce the class by providing some slides that contain information, pictures, and examples related to the content, which is media writing and storytelling. Actually, here the teacher is going to explain the different styles of media writing and storytelling that students can use. Actually, this strategy is very helpful for the students because in this way they can pay more attention about the content that the teacher is explaining, especially students with ADHD and dysgraphia problems, because in this way they can be more focused on the content, okay, explained by the teacher, and they are not going to get distracted, okay, by just hearing the teacher speaking or explaining the content. Okay, instead, they are just going to be more focused on the topic through the use of visual material. Okay, actually, visual material can be several things. For example, mind maps, infographics, pictures, among others. Now let's move on with development. In here, we decided to apply a written production where we write some topics on the whiteboard and the students will choose one of them or one of the favorite in order to do an article of 10 or 15 lines. Actually, to do this activity, students can use sheets of papers or notebooks. However, students with dysgraphia and ADHD, they will use tablets or laptops to capture the task in a document. And finally, they will share the activity with all their classmates and with the teacher too. So the reason why we decided to apply this kind of dynamic or activity was because the use of technology can be easy for them. When it comes to writing, they're just going to use the keyboard instead of the hand. And even they can develop or articulate their thoughts somehow. And also they can make use of speech to text conversion, which can allow them to express their ideas or sentences more easily. So in this way, they won't have to worry about the grammar due to these rules is responsible for correcting grammar or possible errors. On the other hand, we have the closing. So to conclude the class, we chose the dynamic of roleplay, where we divide students into groups of 4 and provide them some sheets of paper with situations, and they have to perform the chosen scenario. So the reason why we decided to apply this activity at the end of the class was because these students can practice social skills, emotional regulation, and also problem solving in a playful context. So to representing real life situations help students to develop confidence and different mechanisms such as expressing emotions calmly and controlling the anger. So in a nutshell, this provides them the necessary tools to face social interactions and emotions in a real environment. Thank you so much.